Hello everyone. Today we have a Bollywood charm with us who had worked in really amazing movies like Vicky Donor and Besharam, and now he has shown his versatility in writing books as well. So hi sir, welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you are enjoying here.
Yes, the ambience is simply wonderful and ecstatic.
Okay, that's lovely. Okay. So, being an author of several books, which is titled as The If Way, The I Way, and Creativity in its Elements. So, which is your personal favorite out of these?
That's a very difficult one because, like a father, he loves all his children. I love all my books because at different points in time, they have been different sparks. So, you can not really compare and match. All are, for me, they are very beautiful.
Okay, that's lovely. Okay, so and in your book, The I Way, you mentioned that each quote has its own light, which suggests a deep connection between wisdom and illumination. So, how did you select the quotes featured in the book, and what significance do they hold to you personally?
Well, let me correct you. I did not select the quotes. The quotes selected me. So that is how it happened. And you see, when you shut your eyes and get connected with the Almighty, magic happens. And that is exactly how I write my books. Same is the thought process with the first one, The I Way. All the quotes have been given to me. It's like a blessing which Lord Almighty has given me. And I'm just a messenger who has passed it on into the book.
I completely get that. Okay. And you mentioned that your book, The I Way, touches the idea of learning and unlearning. So what do you think is more difficult for people? Learning new perspectives or unlearning the old ones?
Okay, let me ask you, what do you think?
I think learning new perspectives is more difficult as compared to...
No. Well, my perspective is little different.
Okay.
You see, over a period of time, we get conditioned. This is right, this is wrong, this is white, this is black, this is up, this is down. So education conditions us and we lose our flexibility. We just start seeing or thinking in binary mode. Yes, no, white, black. It is very difficult to unlearn. If there is someone who can unlearn his habits, he is a great learner. A true learner is someone who can unlearn. So unlearning is more difficult than learning new things.
That is completely right. Okay. Your second book is The If Way, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it revolves around the concept of powerful word if, right? So what inspired you to focus on this seemingly simple word but yet quite difficult one, and how do you believe it has shaped human progress over the number of years?
You see, in quantum mechanics, there's a theory of multiverses. It says that we live different lives on different universes. So, for example, if I am an author here, I will be a soldier in some other universe. And in some other universe, I may be a cook. No? So what happens is, but because we are conditioned to this life only and we can look to our lives on this planet, in this universe, so we have got this chance to explore with the word called if. Agar aisa hota to kaisa hota, you know. So if is a very powerful word. It is powerful because if has shaped the destiny of humans. Someone thought that there should be a device which could shed light, and suddenly there was a bulb. Someone thought that there should be a device which could carry us miles and miles away from one place to another, and we could fly, and there was aeroplane. So someone thought about it in their grey matter, a spark that happened, and eventually with the help and work of millions and millions of people, that spark matured into a final product. This is the power of if.
Sure.
And I would also like to add, in my this book, second book, I have narrated in a poetic style. So I have tried with God's blessings, I have tried to come up with 100 scenarios. For example, one of the scenarios says, if we could travel at the speed of light. Now, what is the speed of light? Speed of light is 3 lakh kilometers per second. So, if we could travel at the speed of light, what would happen? We have also created an animated video, and you can see on the YouTube. It's called Ïmagine Singh at the Rate of Light. So it shows you in 1 minute, which is basically the same poem. The narration is the same. It's also there in that in this book, the second book. If we could travel at the speed of light, what would happen? It's a fun ride. You must see that video. So if we could add this book into the curriculum with children of 5th, 6th, 7th, they would also learn to think out of the box. Because what we are now doing is telling them about rules, theorems, this can happen, this cannot happen. But they also need to be free. Each individual has got its own spark, his own light. But over a period of time, we try to cover that up with our own sayings. You should do this, you should do that, you should not do this, you should not do that, and eventually we lose our true selves, which is bad. That is why this book.
That's lovely. And I would really like to watch that YouTube video.
Please, Ïmagine Singh at the Rate of Light.
Sure. Okay. And this book also emphasizes that if opens door for new possibilities, right? So have you ever faced any situation like that in your life where you have asked yourself, like, what if I do that and what if I do that? Like anything like that?
Well, my whole life is a wonderful story of ifs. I graduated in physics, chemistry and maths. I post-graduated in finance. I became an actor. Eventually, I am now an author. I also give trainings on creativity and imagination to schools, colleges and corporates. And I am still exploring the story of if. The if way continues.
I really hope this if in your life brings more wisdom and more power to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So let us now talk about your new book.
Yes.
Yeah, which is creativity in its elements. Okay. So you mentioned that creativity is a sum of many factors such as risk, emotional intelligence and time. So which of these elements do you find to be the most challenging one?
Well, one element which I find most challenging is chaos. C for chaos.
I agree.
It's a kind of restlessness which we all experience and keep on experiencing it. But very few people understand how to manage it and channel it into proper creative structure. If we are able to understand and manage this chaos, we can work magic.
I agree.
You see, it's in the fabric of universe. There was chaos, then there were clouds of gas, hydrogen, helium, and suddenly you had planets coming out. Suddenly there was moon, suddenly there was earth, solar systems, stars, nebulas. So chaos leads to creativity, leads to chaos, leads to creativity, leads to chaos.
Yeah.
So it's a cycle, unending cycle.
Yes.
So if you can understand chaos, you can manage creativity. You can find your true self.
That is true.
Chaos is most challenging.
Okay. And the book ends with the element of you, right? So how do you see the individual self as the foundation of creativity?
You see, my last chapter, which is you, it begins with a line. You've got a bigger universe within. So, I have come out with a word which is Y-O-U, universe. Universe. So, there's a bigger universe within us. If we can tap that universe, it's got stars, it's got moon, it's got suns. We need to look within. Because it all begins with you and it ends with you. That is the power of you, because it's about YOU, universe.
That is lovely. I'll surely use that word. that is really good. Okay. The concept of imagination seems central to your exploration of creativity. How do you describe the relationship between imagination and the reality of the movie?
You see, what yesterday was a figment of imagination in someone's mind, today it's a reality. Yesterday someone imagined we could, talk to people thousands of miles away. Today it's a reality. We can even video talk to our friends in Canada, US, States, wherever. That is the power. What was yesterday an imagination, today it's reality. And what today we imagine will be the reality tomorrow. That is the power of imagination and the relationship with reality.
Sure. Okay. And in the first chapter of your book, Creativity in its Element, you talk about how chaos plays an integral role in the creative process. How do you personally embrace chaos in your creative journey, and how do you recommend others to manage it?
Well, I have mentioned in detail in the first chapter. I would not like to go too much into this, but the silver lining is I initially used to get very disturbed and used to be restless. I used to get scared by the name of chaos. But eventually, I learned that the key was to enjoy chaos. So once you start enjoying the process, once you start enjoying the chaos, once you start enjoying the churn, life becomes magical. You should learn to ride a berserker tiger or an elephant.
Yes, sure. Okay, so I would like to ask the last question to you. So for readers who may be struggling to tap into their own creativity, what advice would you like to give them so that they can at least initiate and start the project? Like, what is the starting point for them?
Well, the starting point are they themselves. No one can push anyone. You see, in my third book, Creativity in its Elements, there was a case study they did about Van Gogh. So here was a man who made so many beautiful paintings, but in his lifetime he was not able to sell even a single painting of his. He ended up selling only a single painting to one of his friends, and that too for no money. But despite so many failures, he continued to paint beautiful masterpieces. And then when someone did a research and found how was he able to do this despite so many failures, they found that he was able to extract energy from his frustration. So the key remains that despite failure, you all should be able to extract energy from your failures. If you are able to do this, my friend, you are very fortunate and you will set a benchmark. People will remember you like Van Gogh and Einstein.
Sure. It was, I learned so many things like in just few minutes. It was so good talking to you.
Same here. I have learned so many things from you also. You smile very well.
Okay, I take it as a pleasure. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
It was lovely meeting you. I hope to meet you again. And we would like to publish more books with you.
I'm looking forward.
Yes.
I'm already working on my fourth book. Let it be a surprise. You see, I've written one book on quotes. One is a book on poems. One is about theory of creativity, a new theory of creativity. And the fourth one, my friend, will be a fiction.
That is lovely. Okay, that's a surprise for us too.
Yes. Nothing more about it.
That is good. Great. So I hope let's just end this now.
Yes.
Sure. It was lovely meeting you. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you so much. God bless you. God bless White Falcon Publishing. You guys are a fantastic team. And yes, from Ïmagine Singh, a word of advice. I must imagine, I must create to change the world. It's never too late. I must imagine.
That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.